Hello, I am Parvati from Asha Infinite Foundation, and today I am now through this video I am going to show you how you can teach your child to learn the various alphabets. This course designed by Asha has a story a story, and then there is a workbook attached to it. So as a parent, you are required to tell the story. So here the letters start, the alphabet start not with A, B, C, D, but with a different set of letters. So the first letter in this program is yes. And if your child does not know the names of the alphabets, please do not teach the child the name of the alphabets, because the entire program is based on the sound of that particular letter. But if the child knows the name of the letter, just tell the name of the letter is so and so and the sound is so and so. So the phonics methodology introduces English learning through sounds, not through dictation and knowing the names of the letters. So the first letter, as a parent, you can know, since all of us know the alphabets, for your sake, I'm just telling you that the first letter is S. But you are not going to tell the child that the name of the letter is S. So first you have the storyboard. Have it right in front of you. And as a mother, as a parent and the child looks at the storyboard. You can start the story. The child will be listening to your story and your fingers will be pointing to each picture on the storyboard. Once upon a time, there was a little boy just like you. His name was Sundar. And he had a pet dog and his name was, see that picture? His name was Sweetie. Sundar and Sweetie. And one day in the morning, the sun has risen. You know the sun? See the sun, picture of the sun? That is sun. The sun rose, it was morning, and Sundar and Sweetie go to the park to play. Like how I take you to the park to play? Yes. And there, Sundar and Sweetie play. How do they play? Sundar has got a stick in his hand and he throws the stick, and Sweetie goes bow 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 bow, goes, picks up the stick in his mouth and comes and gives to Sundar. Sundar again throws the stick and Sweetie goes bow 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 bow, goes there and picks up the stick in his mouth and he comes and gives it to Sundar. So they play. After that, they feel so tired. And Sundar sits on a bench and Sweetie is also there. Sundar sees a spider. You know the spider? See the spider? It has got 8 legs. See the web there? Sundar sees the spider and says, "Spider," he says. And then Sundar sees Why is Sweetie growling like this? What happened? Why is he growling? He's looking there somewhere and he's growling. So Sundar looks there and he sees snake. It's a snake. It's a snake. And both Sweetie and Sundar run away. You like the story? Nice, no? See, so what is the name of the boy? Sundar. Sundar. What is the name of the dog? Tell me. Sweetie. Sweetie. Yes. And what is he holding in his hand? Stick. Stick. Yes. And what did Sundar see first? A spider. Spider. And he saw the sun. See the sun. And what was he afraid of? The snake. Right? The snake. So you tell the story with stress on the sound S. So every time the sound S comes, you will tell Sundar, Sweetie, snake, spider, stick, sun. So the child listens to that sounds. Maybe at that point may not relate it, but surely after some time they will start recognizing those sounds. Now once you tell that, then after that you can have a conversation with the child. You can ask the child to try to tell the story if you telling with the pictures. So maybe the child will be able to tell. Otherwise also no problem. Try to interact with the child asking questions. What did Sundar do? What has he got in his mouth? Maybe the child may tell in your vernacular language. It's fine. It's the story is what is very important at this point of time. So once the child has heard all these sounds, then you have this workbook. You take this workbook. The first letter is, rightly as you said, is S. But we would like to tell you that we are here trying to make the child recognize that letter. The writing aspect comes much later. First, the child sees that letter. Okay, when the child sees that letter, then the child remembers the sound of that letter. So you have this so ask the child using his finger to trace it and say the sound S. Make the child see the letter, and as per the arrow given, the child has to trace it with a finger and making that sound S, S. After that, you can show the pictures: sun, snail, spider. You can show the pictures. But here there is the flower, the exercises which does not have the sound. So you're going to ask the child, so this, when you say sun, does it have the sound? Spider, does it have the sound? Snail, does it have the sound? Does it have the, when you say flower, Does it have the sound? Now the child can say no. So you can put just a wrong there. We do not encourage writing at a very young age, and before starting a writing of any sort, the child has to be taught how to hold the pencil. And before writing alphabets, they have to do the standing line, sleeping line, and all those. Once the child is comfortable doing all that, then you can start this page of writing the letters. Not necessary all can be written, because it is a tough thing for the child to write everything. You can make the child write, show how it has to be written, trace it in the first, let the child try to trace it here, and then try to write. After that, if the child is writing, then after writing, the next important thing would be to show this paragraph here, where there are the letters S. So let the child recognize the letter and ask the child, how does it sound? So wherever he or she recognizes the letter, put an underline there. You can do it as a parent, you can underline. Not necessary the child. The child is able to do it, fine. After that, there can be a coloring of this. So it makes this is a lesson for that day. In one letter per day is more than sufficient for the child to learn. The next letter would be A, which is sounded as A. So there also you have a story. Tell the story as you told, this story was told, and then you can recollect what was taught the previous day. What was taught before yesterday? What was that sound? What was that story about? What was he afraid of? Child is likely to tell it is snake. Now, when the child is telling the sound, is making that shape also like this. So how this is being designed is, there is a story and there is a sound and there is an action for every sound. So for it is like this. It's like the snake. If it is for the letter A, it is A. So we say A, 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 A. That's how the sound comes for letter A. Ant, A. Because the ant is biting in that story. So we have brought in the action in the story itself. So in the second story, if you see, there is the ant is biting and he says ah. So that is the sound you are going to teach for ant. For the third story, which is the T. So for that we have introduced the sound of the clock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick 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 tick. So the action for that t sound is always t t t t t. So the child relates the sound, the action, and that's how we slowly. Hope you understood how we have to proceed. So when you are doing the second letter, you revise the earlier letter. Thank you.